When graphing an absolute value function, the first thing you want to start by doing is identifying where the vertex is located. So here in my example, I have -3 times the absolute value of x subtract 2 plus 7. So remember, the vertex is identified by how many left or right and up and down the graph is moved. So the x subtract 2 will tell me that it has moved right 2, so my vertex will begin at +2 for the x coordinate, and then the plus 7 means that the graph has gone up 7. So my vertex will be at 2, 7. So now when we graph this, that vertex point is going to go in the middle of my table, and then we're going to pick points to the left and to the right of that. So we're really going to fill in these x's as if they were a number line. So 2 points bigger than my 2 are 3 and 4, and 2 points smaller are going to be 1 and 0. Now we can either plug each of these values into the equation to get my y, or we can graph them on the calculator. So when we graph them on the calculator, we first want to go to the home screen on our Inspires. So to get to the graphing menu, you want letter B, graph. Now if there's something on your graph, you need to remove it, so you can hit the delete key 3 times and it will wipe out everything on that screen. Now we need to input the function. So if hit the tab button, it'll bring up our function line and we will type in our equation. So my -3 is before my absolute value, so I'm going to type in my -3 first. Now to bring up the absolute value brackets, we actually have to type in 3 letters, A, B, S, and then we'll open a set of parentheses, and there we can type our x subtract 2. So that represents our absolute value bracket. We'll close those parentheses, and then we'll add our 7. Hit enter, and you will see the absolute value function graphed on your calculator screen. Now we can go to the table to see where the points are. So if you hit Control T, your table will come up on the right side of your screen, and you can either scroll upward or scroll downward to see different points on your graph. So since we want to start at 0, I'm going to go up to where x is 0, and I find that its y coordinate is 1. The x coordinate 1 has a value of 4 for its y. We can verify here at 2, my y coordinate is 7, which is what we said our vertex was. At 3, I have the y coordinate of 4, and at 4, I have the y coordinate of 1. So remember when we were looking at the absolute value function, these were giant V's on our grid. So we want the points on either side of the vertex to come out symmetrical, which we do. Now that we have all 5 of our points, we can plot them on our grid. Make sure to extend the sides of the V downward off the graph. And now you have graphed your absolute value function using the calculator.